Welcome to Epping Forest on day 14, Thursday of Dave's cycles a little bit around Britain, maybe quite a lot around Britain, who knows, we'll see. In this post-Brexit, mid-COVID, pre-apocalypse Britain, Epping Forest is a little oasis of wood chippings falling from the sky as squirrels clamber around. There goes an aeroplane. But other than that, it's just me and the squirrels and the birds that you probably can't hear anymore because of that plane. And talking of planes, yesterday I had tea and homemade biscuits with Anna Hughes, who's the director of Flight Free UK, and quite apart from that, she can actually play the bugle. So I'll upload something from her at some point, hopefully later today. And yeah, Flight Free. So Anna Hughes also cycled around Britain 9 years ago. That's how we met. And yeah, Flight Free is a fantastic campaign to try and encourage people to use alternative forms of transport when they're travelling. And of course, with coronavirus, that's what we've all been doing. And I hope that we carry on doing it, because I've taken very few flights in the last 10 years. I think 2, just to see what it was like again, to be honest. I flew to Austria 3 years ago. 3 years? No, 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. And I've never regretted a decision to take my bike, or take the train, or take a bus, or take a ferry instead of flying, or simply just not going to that place that you can only get to by plane. Yeah, and the last 14 days of cycling has only reinforced that, and I'm looking forward to much more of it, because yeah, who wouldn't on a beautifully sunny day in a beautiful place? There's too many things that have happened since the last time I sent a little video. I mean, that night that I woke up in a farmer's field. I cycled all day in the mist and the mizzle and the horrible wind, and met a guy in Sandwich who's planning to cycle around the world next year. So we compared bicycles. um, One of the incredible things, though, about him is that he is 62 and I'm 38, so there's 24 years between us. And so one of the interesting things about this trip has been reflecting on the past 9 years since I last cycled round this part of the coast. And a lot has happened in 9 years. Almost everything that I do now, I did not do 9 years ago, which is remarkable when I think about it. So 9 years ago, I had, I think, correct in saying I'd never been paid as a writer. And now that's all I get paid for. I have multiple freelance things, as well as the BBC comedy radio show Foiled, with Beth Granville, who I'm hopefully seeing for coffee later. And yeah, 9 years ago I did not do any work with refugees, and almost every year since 2014 I've done some sort of I'm not quite sure what I'd call it really, but volunteering or solidarity work with refugees in the rest of Europe and the UK. A little bit of morning grizzle. 9 years ago my hair wasn't this long. That's a major change. And yeah, so it's remarkable thinking that between my age, 38, and this other guy's age, he's cycling around the world, 62. That's 24 years. That's another more than 2.5 times the 9 years that separates me from the guy who cycled around Britain in 2011 without a beard and without long hair. um, that's an almost unfathomable length of time. What will I be doing 9 years from now? What will I be doing 9 years from then? What will I be doing in 24 years? And there's still time after that to cycle around the world. That really gave me a sense of possibilities opening up rather than the feeling during lockdown that a lot of us have had of opportunities closing down. So that was a really nice meeting in the famous meeting point of bread and filling sandwich. And that's where I'll leave you. I'm going to cycle to Epping to see my 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 grand's old house. Um, she died 9 years ago, and that was one of the catalysts for my original cycle around Britain. So it's nice to roll past there again as a sort of circular pilgrimage. And see you another time. Get out there on your bike.